Welcome back. Today we're diving into the gritty, sun-drenched nightmare of the Bad Batch. Now, look closely at this girl, Arlen. She's just been dumped in a Texas wasteland with a serial number tattooed behind her ear. Why? Because the government labeled her unfit. Basically, she's part of the Bad Batch. The people society decided weren't worth the effort. She's standing in front of a sign that basically says, "Welcome to nowhere. American laws don't apply here. Good luck not dying." They give her a single loaf of bread and one bottle of water. That's it. That's her entire inheritance. Honestly, looking at that endless desert, I'd be terrified too. Arlen starts wandering, and it's not long before she finds an abandoned car. It's a piece of junk, but it's shelter. She climbs in, tries to make herself feel human by putting on some makeup, and looks at a photo of her boyfriend. It's a tiny slice of her old life. But then, she looks in the mirror and sees two people approaching in a golf cart. This is the moment everything changes. She runs, she panics, but they're faster. They knock her out cold. When she wakes up, things go from bad to, how is this happening? She's chained up, gagged, and can't even scream. A man walks up and injects anesthetic into her hand. You might think, oh, maybe he's helping? Nope. A woman walks over with a literal hacksaw and starts cutting Arlen's arm off. This is where we learn the horrifying truth. These people are cannibals. They don't want her supplies, they want her limbs. Arlen passes out from the pain and blood loss, and the woman uses a steaming hot iron pan to sear the stump shut. It's brutal, it's visceral, and it's just the beginning. When Arlen wakes up again, she realizes it wasn't just her hand. Her leg is gone too. For the next few days, Arlen is kept like livestock. She hears other victims being brought in, realizing she's just a meal prep in progress. But Arlen isn't going out like a snack. She comes up with the most disgusting, genius escape plan ever. She defecates everywhere and covers herself in her own mess. It works. One of the cannibal women is so disgusted, she literally says, "I hate that seasoning," that she unchains Arlen to clean her up. Mistake. A huge mistake. While the woman is distracted, Arlen grabs a crowbar and ends her. She drags herself away, finds a skateboard, and uses it to roll through the dirt. It's a slow, agonizing escape under a sun that wants to bake her alive. Just as she's about to give up and let the dehydration take her, a mysterious hermit appears. He doesn't say much, but he puts her in his trash cart and wheels her to a place called Comfort. Now, Comfort is a whole different vibe. It's a settlement of people who actually seem normal. They take her in, and we fast forward 5 months. Arlen has a prosthetic leg now. She's got a job, food, and a roof. But inside, she's burning for revenge. You can see it in her eyes. She hasn't forgotten the people who ate her leg. On the flip side, we meet the Miami Man. He's the leader of the cannibals, a massive, muscular guy who looks like he could crush a skull with one hand. But surprisingly, he's an artist. He loves sketching, especially his young daughter, Honey. Despite being a literal man-eater, he's a devoted dad. It's a weird contrast, right? He goes from drawing a sweet picture of his daughter to brutally butchering a woman who's begging for mercy. Him and his partner Maria sit down for a human steak dinner like it's a Sunday roast. Back in Comfort, Arlen is struggling. She looks at magazines, cutting out pictures of arms and holding them against her stump, mourning the person she used to be. She grabs a gun and heads back into the desert. Not far away, Maria and Honey are scavenging through a dump. Maria cuts her leg, and the sound of her scream draws Arlen in. Arlen recognizes the golf cart. She recognizes Maria. She corners them, and Maria tries the old, "we're just doing what we have to do to survive" excuse. Arlen isn't buying it. She looks her in the eye and pulls the trigger. Boom. Maria is gone. Now Arlen is left with the kid, Honey. She feels a pang of guilt, so she takes Honey back to Comfort. They pass the hermit on the way, who sees everything. In Comfort, Honey is terrified. She's just a kid who lost her mom and ended up in a strange city of weirdos. She finds a pet bunny to cling to, which is probably the only thing keeping her sane. Meanwhile, Miami Man realizes his family is missing. He finds Maria's body in the dump, and he's devastated. Honey is gone. He tracks down the hermit and shows him a sketch of Honey. The hermit, being a bit of an eccentric, makes Miami Man draw him before he'll give up any info. After getting a cool portrait, the hermit tells him, "Your girl is in comfort." Back in the settlement, there's a massive party hosted by the leader, a guy named The Dream. He's like a cult leader with better plumbing. He gives a big speech about finding the dream, and everyone starts dropping recreational drugs. Arlen takes some too, and before long, she's tripping hard. In the chaos of the party, Honey gets lost chasing her bunny. She wanders right into the path of the dream. He's fascinated by her and takes her into his mansion. Arlen, meanwhile, is so high, she wanders out of the settlement and straight into the desert. She wakes up the next morning, hungover and missing her prosthetic leg. And guess who's standing over her? Miami Man. He's got her leg, and he's got questions. He shows her the photo of Honey. Arlen lies and says she hasn't seen her, but he's not an idiot. He tells her she's going back into comfort to find his daughter, or he's going to finish the job his friends started and eat the rest of her. Before they can move, another cannibal rolls up on a motorcycle. He wants Arlen. Miami Man pretends to trade her for some gas, but then, in a total wow moment, he hurls a butcher knife into the guy's back. He wasn't going to let anyone else have her. Now they have a bike and some meat. Road trip. During the journey, a massive sandstorm hits. Miami Man actually protects Arlen, covering her with a cloth. You can see Arlen's confusion. This guy is a monster, but he's also kind? That night, they sit by the fire. He's snacking on the dead guy's arm. Gross, I know. And he tells her his story. He's an illegal immigrant from Cuba who used to be a tattoo artist in Miami. He's Bad Batch, just because of his status. Arlen tries to get the jump on him, stealing his knife and threatening him. She hates him for what he is. He just looks at her and says he does what he has to do. Suddenly, crack, a gunshot. Miami Man takes a bullet to the chest. It's another wanderer who thinks he's saving Arlen. She has a choice, stay with the dying cannibal or leave. She chooses to leave. Back in comfort, Arlen is safe, but she can't stop thinking about Miami Man. Did he die? She goes back out to look for him, but he's gone. All she finds is his sketchbook, filled with drawings of Honey. It hits her then. The bond between them was real. Luckily, the hermit, the MVP of this movie, finds Miami Man and patches him up. He's not out of the race yet. Back at home, Arlen starts putting up missing posters for Honey. She's determined to find the girl. One day, she sees a group of pregnant women leaving the Dream's mansion, and there's Honey, looking well-fed and totally fine. It turns out the Dream has a whole harem of women and a drug empire. He's built a civilization on the Dream, which is basically just selling drugs to keep people happy. Arlen sneaks in, acting like she wants to join his group of wives. She gets close to the Dream, and they chat. He's proud of his plumbing and his economy. Arlen pretends to be impressed, and he invites her to his room. This is her chance. She goes to the bathroom, pulls a gun out of her prosthetic leg, how cool is that, and takes one of the pregnant women hostage. She demands Honey back. The Dream is disappointed, but he gives in. Arlen takes Honey, the bunny, and a vehicle, and speeds away. She drops the hostage off safely and heads into the desert. Finally, she finds Miami Man. The reunion between father and daughter is beautiful. Miami Man tells Arlen to go back to comfort. The desert is no place for her. But Arlen realizes she doesn't fit in there either. She begs him to let her stay. He finally agrees. But this isn't a fairy tale. Honey is hungry and misses the spaghetti the Dream gave her. Miami Man doesn't have spaghetti. He looks at the bunny. In a final, heartbreaking moment, he kills the pet to feed his daughter. Arlen covers Honey's eyes, but the reality is clear. They're a family now, sitting around a campfire, eating a pet rabbit in the middle of a lawless wasteland. It's sad, it's beautiful, and it's haunting. Sometimes, in a world that's thrown you away, the only thing you have left is the people who are just as broken as you are. And that's the story of the Bad Batch. What would you do to survive? Would you become the hunter, or would you find your own version of comfort? Let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching.